Okay, yeah, this pile is hung out to me, so I'll take it.
Great. Yeah, I'll just take this first one in front of me, I think. And I'm just gonna mute to you, B, so that I can talk to stream. But I'm gonna try and go as quickly as I can because
Yeah, same here.
yeah, we only got so much time. We only got so much time.
Time.
Hazy peasy. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. You caught me right during my intro. What do we have? Heretic's Ladder, 4 mana enchantment. It's red. I'm just gonna go pretty quick into my colors, I think, because I can't go through all of these. There's not enough time, which is a shame because all these new cards I really want to like see what they are and what's going on with them. But you know, something I forgot to mention is that there are some non-basic lands in this set, so that is exciting. Those probably are not evenly distributed since it's a Singleton set. Very likely not going to be that big a deal. But yeah, this is going to be as like weird AI as it gets, I imagine. I don't really know what the sensibilities of Max were, but I'm very excited to be on the receiving end of the random curated set. Sorting through our colors. There is more black than anything else, and that does really make me think like, ooh, I always go black anyway. So, do I want to lean into that or do I not? Not 100% certain. Red, green. Oh, I want to read all these cards. See what they all do. I don't know. I feel like I'm like squandering this moment. I want to look at all these cards.
Question.
Yes.
So I have a card here that does not seem to function,
Okay.
but it is very easy, like rule change to make it function. How do we feel about stuff like that?
I think we should play them rules as written. As long as they don't do something like illegal. Like as long as the card structurally is sound and even if it doesn't cause an effect, I think that's fine.
Okay, cool.
If
So
you
yeah,
have
this
a
card.
like if you want to tell me how it works, then I can give you a real ruling. But as a general rule, I think that's the best thing to do is to go, does this card actually, like, when you play it, do you, like, lose the game or do you sort of, does it fail to resolve because it doesn't know what to do? In that case, that's a problem. If it's just something that
Uh,
doesn't have an effect, it's
Actually,
like pick up your
can I
cards
show
and put
you?
them back down again.
Can I show you this card because it's actually really cool, and if it doesn't work, then I won't play it anyway.
Cool. Yeah,
So I
let's
kind
do
of
that.
wanted
That
to
sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. So this card sound it was really cool. It's like it just has.
Lilani, Senchal of Ilmarin, is a 5-mana star vampire with haste. Whenever you cast a green spell, put a 1/1 counter on Lilani, Senchal of Ilmarin. Okay, that's fine. Lilani's power and toughness are each equal to the number of 1/1 counters on a card named Lilani, Senchal of Ilmarin. Wow, that's a cool. That is cool.
Yeah, but
But
it's only
yeah,
gonna
it
be
does.
zero
It
zero
would be
and
a zero
die.
zero on ETB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It was like when the if it, I don't know, maybe it had like when it entered the battlefield, or maybe just I think the best way would be just to have zero star plus one toughness, like like a goif some kind.
Yeah, like Luna has power and toughness. I'm gonna say like so. I'm pretty sure this is 100% inaccurate, but I'm gonna say that she sees herself get cast and she's a green spell. That's obviously not true, like for actual magic. But I think like let's say she
Yeah.
enters with a 1/1 counter on her.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to do that ruling.
Yeah. I don't choose the colors I want to play anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So that means that she ETB is a 2/2. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a really cool effect.
Yeah. All right. Meeting now.
Cool. Okay. X spell, but it's red. X spells are always rendered as gold, even though they only have one color often. Just a quirk of the way it's designed, way it's implemented. I'm sure eventually this is the sort of thing they'll probably change, but it's not like a high priority. This is, after all, a hobby project, right? This is just a few people doing a thing. Oh, this is an example of one of the cards made later. You can see the set symbol's different. Colorless. Okay. A Silver Lane merch.
Apologies, logging back in.
Yep, no big deal. I thought you disconnected, but that's fine. As long as the server's not down, no big deal. Okay, we've sorted our cards. I haven't really looked at them much because time.
Server might be down, unfortunately.
The server might be down. Okay, I'll quickly save this. All right, a little hiccup there, but that's fine. We're back in. What we're seeing is mostly red, which I feel like every time I play a red deck, I just like don't enjoy it. But the color pie does not exist, so let's take a look at what we have. Bishop Vec, Goblin Expeditionary, 4 mana, 3/3 legendary goblin. Other goblins get +1/+1. Okay. For 2 and sacrificing another creature, you gain 1 life. Okay. 4 mana Lord. Interesting. The Elder Trolls found in the swamp in the hollows are devoted to Maleba, Libya, an Archdevil of prodigious intellect. Yeah, if I remember correctly, this was a very much a flavor-focused thing that included setting parameters like legendary creatures and stuff. Or maybe it was just legendary creature style names to cause a lot of legendaries to happen. I don't remember. Fires of Change, destroy all green creatures. Interesting. That seems kind of bad. Like, yeah, it's one-sided, I guess, but it's probably most often no-sided, and that's not really worth doing. Wrath Mountain Lord, 4 mana, 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to your devotion to red. Each and the mana. Okay, I think it counts itself, so it's at least 2. It doesn't say what it deals the damage to. It just says it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to your devotion to red. And I assume the AI got confused and they were like, yeah, it's dealing damage equal to your devotion to red. And that's like, that's not how that works. That doesn't function, unfortunately. What else do we have? Stone Searing Rage, 5 mana sorcery, deals damage to any target, equals the number of instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard. Cool. A little bit expensive, but it's any target. You can hit face with that. A Vile Goblin, 2 mana, 1/1. And it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking goblin. Cool. We could maybe do a goblin deck. Let's actually just like, I want to look at all my goblins. I'm just going to go through all of these different colors and see if I can find any, like, things that stand out as goblins. Because goblins are, you know, they're solid. Goblins are solid. Oh, these all look so cool. I want to check them out. I only got 1 goblin in black, though. But that's okay. Let's see what we can do with goblins. Aura, instant, aura, spider, Kithkin, fairy wizard. Okay, what is... Morimoto is a 5 mana 2/4 fairy wizard with flying and trample. It enters with 2/1/1 counters on it. Okay. Whenever it attacks, target creature you control deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. Okay. I don't know if it's relevant. I guess, like, sometimes it's going to be relevant. That's cool. Bird! Sacrifice a creature, you gain life equal to the sacrifice creature's toughness. Another aura. Oh, I kind of want to pull out the enchantment and see what they do. I love enchantments. They're fun. 6 mana, 3/4 human advisor. I love advisors. Enters the battlefield, create a 4/4 black ox with flying. And you can spend 3 to draw a card. Nice. Elemental Legacy is an enchantment. Discard a card, destroy all creatures with mana value 3 or less. They can't be regenerated. Wow, okay. Teferi's Last Words. 3 mana, draw 2 cards, you gain 2 life. Okay. Another Human Advisor. Non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. Whenever a permanent you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may draw a card. That is very wow. Well, so far, yeah, I think this is probably the better way of doing it. Is just sort of like skimming through them and seeing like anything that jumps out to me. Because ooh, I just want to play blue now. Reach. Whenever you carry a spell, draw a card. Okay. Control. Engine. Mighty Engine. Engine. When another creature enters the battlefield, Mighty Engine deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Green Super Flavor. What? Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has tap. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a card named. That player discards that card. Huh. I don't think that actually functions, right? It's not... Choose a card name. Like, is it discard all cards in their hand with that name? Discards a copy of the card with that name? That needs more text. Simic Spell Shaper. 2, Monstrosity. Sure, it's a truncation of the full name. Becomes the creature type of your choice to turn. Meh. Ralph Uraga Raider Captain. Human Knight. Non-token creature you control dies. If you control more creatures than each opponent, you may create a 1/1 colorless golem creature token. That's kind of cool. Kin Wolf Elder, 3 mana wolf, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. So that's okay. Might of Kessig, enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player discards a card. If that player can't, they lose the game? Can I go discard? Can I just make a discard deck? That sounds awesome. That will never work though, will it, right? At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. It's untap, upkeep, draw, isn't it? Actually, no, that could definitely win the game. That's scary. Wow, that is gross. That's a gross card. I like it. What else do we have? Untamed Grace, enchant creature. That creature has trample. Cool. Chitter Spelt Troll enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. Wakewalker Jigaras. 3 mana, 2/3. Can't be blocked. Cool. Wolfpack. 4 mana, 2/2. With Pack Tactics. Whenever Wolfpack attacks, you may have other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Cool. Kinwolf of Spring. Sacrifice Kinwolf of Spring. It deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Chitter Spelt Troll Matrix. Another Chitter Spelt. That was a thing, right? Yeah. Cool. Whenever Chitter Spelt Troll Matriarch enters the battlefield or dies, create a 1/1 green elf creature token. 6 mana, 5/5 with trample that also makes a 1/1 on ETB and XTB. Informative Squirrel Scout. The Squirrel Scout. Whenever Informative Squirrel Scout becomes tapped, untap it. It doesn't untap during your next untap step. Okay, that reminder text isn't, like, accurate, so I don't know what to do with that, but interesting. What are our multicolors, anyway? Nikaya, Journeyman Wizard. Choose a color. Each player may put a permanent card of that color from their hand onto the battlefield. Holy crap. That's cool. Baron, Warlord of Jund. Baron, Warlord of Jund deals 2 damage to any target. Destroy target land. Dang, I kind of want to do my, like, common Sultai thing. Stone Searing Rage, 5 mana. Stone Searing Rage deals damage to any target equal to the number of instant. Oh, yeah, we already saw these ones. Yeah, they're from the red pile. All right, before I got distracted. White Wolf dies, you gain 2 life. A human cleric, an angel, a human monk, a human cleric, a human assassin, flying whenever you cast a spell that targets Elspeth. Oh, hey, it's Elspeth. Communist leader. They get +1/+1 till end of turn. Okay. Heliod's Promise. Destroy target enchantment, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Wow. Enchantment creatures you control have indestructible. Okay. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Untap them. Okay. Sword of Azorius. 5 mana. Artifact. 3 and tap. Exile target artifact or enchantment. Okay. Principal Zach Milan. 2 mana 1/2 with flying. Enters the battlefield. If you control 3 or more artifacts, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. White Wolf. Okay. Let me look at my black again. I didn't even read this goblin. Sacrifice Doleful Goblin. Destroy target creature. That's awesome, actually. Death's Little Sister is a 3 mana 2/2 zombie. When it dies, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Undying Blood of Arak. 2 mana instant. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. You gain life equal to its toughness. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. Ooh, Legendary Vampire. Amelia, Courtesan of the Dusk Rose. Presumably 4 mana, but it's cut off. But yeah, it's unlikely to be 3 black, but it might be. Who's to say? 4/4 flyer. Whenever a vampire.
Hey, Darcy.
Hello.
What mana does this tap for, do you think?
You showing me a card? Let me take a look. Pearl Island is an island swamp. Reminder text, tap, add white or blue. I mean, I don't care enough, so you can do whatever you want.
Okay, I like that for whites. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, like, you can tap for all 3 of those colors for all I care. I don't think it's going to be game breaking. There's going to be much worse things.
Cool.
Go for it.
Oh, there will be.
How do we have? Beginning of your upkeep, you may create a... Oh, I just want to go black. I just want to... Screw it. I'm just gonna see how much black we have that's playable, and then we'll go from there. Sure, target creature. Awesome. Goblin. That's actually great. Invisible Ghoul. Flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you create a 1/1. Sweet. It's an illusion, but it doesn't have the illusion ability, so haha. Ninth Conclave of Dusk. So the story here, I believe, is that the creator put in Conclave of Dusk and was like, that's a cool card, and then just kept doing it and went, I want all of these. So they changed the name. They recreated them in Cardsmith and changed the name to First Conclave of Dusk, Second Conclave of Dusk, which is like kind of awesome. Like, obviously it's not exactly as the AI input, but it's cool. Like, it's a cool like idea of this cycle of like these numbers of conclaves. Ninth Conclave of Dusk is a 2 mana black enchantment. When a non-token creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 2. Oh, it's your board has creatures non-token creatures you control have ward 2. That's awesome. Necromancer's Apprentice, 2 mana, 1/1 human wizard. For 2 and tap, discard a card, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And it goes to your hand, but still potentially pretty strong. Ogre Desolation, 5 mana enchantment. That's pretty expensive for an enchantment, but we'll see. Beginning of your upkeep, strike all creatures with power 4 or greater. Oh. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, just be like, it is a 5 mana Wrath. That's normal. That's a regular going rate, except for it does it every turn. And it's potentially one-sided. And it's also slow, because it doesn't happen on, like, your end step. It happens at the beginning of your upkeep. So, you play it, it does nothing till your next turn, but still pretty scary. Monk Executioner. Sacrifice Monk Executioner. Target creature gets a -X, where X is the number of creatures you control. Yeah, okay. Splinter Folk. 4 mana sorcery. Until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness 5/5 and have first strike. Ooh. Okay. Arsenal of Skeletons. 5 mana 3/3 skeleton with haste. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each creature card in your graveyard. Okay. In limited, that might not be too strong, but I can see that being really good in other formats. Flesh Rending Rage. Ew. 2 mana, instant. Has no cost to cast this spell, discard a card. Target creature gets -5/5. That's really good. Fear of Hunger. 3 mana sorcery. Has an additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature or a land. Target player discards a card for each card in their hand. Wait. That's really funny. Jundbringer Disciple. So 3 mana. That's really funny to me. 3 mana 2/2 Vigilance at the beginning of combat on your turn. You may put a 1/1 counter on Jundbringer Disciple. Rad. Not too expensive. The Eternal Enchantress. 5 mana 2/2 Human Wizard. For 3 and tap. Tap target creature. For 1 and tap. Return an enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Scroll of Tazri Goryo is a 3 mana artifact. For 2 and tap. Sacrifice Scroll of Tazri Goryo. Target creature gets -X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That seems hard to pull off. 5 mana, probably doesn't even kill something. Nah, I don't think so. Amelia Courtesan of Dusk Rose. Flying, 4/4 for 4. When a vampire you control deals combat damage to a player, you may gain control of target creature that player controls until end of turn. I guess if you have sack outlets, that's probably pretty strong. Huh. Okay. Zombie, yeah. Dies, return a creature card. Could be useful. Only goes to your hand, so I'm not that excited about it. So, Parasitic Scavenger, devoid, it has no color. For 2, sacrifice Parasitic Scavenger, search your library for a card with mana value 3 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Oh, that's an expensive tutor, but it is a tutor. Alright. So I'm going to say let's just use these cards to start. That's 15. We need about 23. Let's see how much good green there is, and we'll go from there. Informative Squirrel Scout. I don't think this one actually even functions. Chitterspelt Troll Matriarch. Trample. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1. It's like fine, but it's not like amazing. Kin Wolf of Spring. 2 mana 2/2. Deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Wolfpack is a 4 mana, but whenever it attacks, everything else gets pluses, so potentially quite strong, especially if you have some token generators. Can't be blocked. Do like that. Troll enters battle with 2 1/1 counters on it. You can tap it to put counters on other creatures. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Smallest trolls are known as chitterlings. Untamed Grace is a 2 mana enchantment aura.
Ooh, alright, I have a deck.
Has trample.
4-card deck.
That's
Put
quite
this over here.
useful.
Put these
Kin Wolf Elder, 3-mana
over
wolf.
here.
Enters with a 2/2. I think that's good.
Over here.
Ralph Iraga, Raider Captain. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Will do. Thank you. And super flavor, enchant creature. I don't think that effect works. Yeah, I'm not gonna run that. Mighty Engine. 6 mana is just so much. Whenever another creature in his battlefield deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Oh, that's interesting. Elder Swamp Hollow Troll, 3 mana, 3/2. Sack a forest, destroy each non-land permanent target. Holy, what? Okay. Snake Sense. Whenever you cast a green spell, you may draw a card. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how many green spells I end up with. Bush Spider. It's a 1/1 with reach. I mean, yeah, okay. That's 25 cards. What was the one over here? Put a permanent. Ah, yeah, that one. That's really cool. Could backfire if your opponents had like a lot of stuff. I didn't even look through all the colorless though, so let's do that real quick. Kessig Wolf Brothers, a 5-mana artifact spirit. That's an interesting concept. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, you gain 2 life. Interesting. You gain life, you pay 1, you gain 2, you pay 1. So you can do that until you run out of mana. But you do have to, like, pay something so it doesn't go infinite. That's kind of cool. Tolarian Woods. It's a land, it enters tapped. You can add red, or you can spend red, and tap it to scry 1. Talaria, the city. Add colorless, add blue, tap, sacrifice Talaria, draw a card. That's great. I don't even need to run blue for that to be useful. It's just like make 2 colorless. Like, yeah, I'll do that. Viridian Lance deals 1 damage to any target. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I'm that excited about it. And now we got to go through these and see what we have, because we only really want to bring 23 cards with us. Let's look at our curve mostly. 2, 2, 2, 4, 5. I don't think I'm going to have a ton of creatures in my graveyard. I don't have any like self-mill or anything. That's pretty good. 3 mana. 5 for a 2/2. But it can return me my enchantment, which might be relevant if it gets destroyed. I think it's worth having. 3 mana 2/2 with Vigilance. 2 mana 1/1. Discard a card, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I'm gonna cut that. It's probably good. Ogre Desolation is so funny. Splinterfolk is cool. I don't know if I go wide enough for it to be relevant, but whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you gain control of target creature that player controls until end of turn. It's such an interesting effect, but like you're after combat already, so it's probably not useful, but it might be. Parasitic Scavenger, of course, all of these friends. Great 2/2. Where's the one about whenever you cast a green? I'm gonna cut that. I don't think I have high enough power for trample to be a big deal. Yeah. Oh, no, you know, let's keep it in that case. I did not realize I was only that far up. Do I want a 2 mana 1/1? Do I want a 5 mana 3/3? I guess you only need 2 for it to be a 5 mana 5/5. Or do I want to give something? I want this. Alright, great. And we will just scoop the rest of these. And we are playing as expected. Not the cards I got the most of, just the ones I was most excited about. Oh, I got 20... Oh, yeah, because I already have a land in there, that's why. Cool. 38. 40. Looks like I muted and then immediately muted again. Are you ready?
I'm ready.